The glamour, the glory, the fame. That's what most people think life on a professional golf tour is like. But Annabell Fuller is here to tell you, it's nothing like that. The 23-year-old English golfer has just sat down for an exclusive, unfiltered podcast interview with Golf Magic's Her Game. And she's revealing everything. The pressure, the loneliness, the financial reality, and the decision that changed her career forever. Fuller, a ladies' European Tour pro and Adidas golf athlete, arrived at the 2026 AIG Women's Open as a Monday qualifier. By the end of the week, she'd made the cut, climbed the leaderboard, and announced herself on one of women's golf's biggest stages. But the journey to get there? It was anything but easy. Just months before, she was a university student with no plans to turn pro. She entered Q school purely for experience and walked away with a tour card. Her coach asked her one simple question: "It's your opportunity now. Why are you waiting 6 months?" That question changed everything. Since then, Fuller has experienced the real tour life, the highs and the lows, the pressure of those final holes at a major, the surreal feeling of seeing her name towards the top of a leaderboard, and the financial reality of a sport where making ends meet is the main priority. She's also sparked a massive debate, wearing a crop top at the Australian WPGA Championship and igniting a firestorm about golf's dress codes. Paige Spiranak even came to her defense, calling her look great, put together, and athletic. So what is life on tour really like? How much does it actually cost to compete? What does it feel like to handle the pressure? And why did a simple crop top become one of the most talked about moments in women's golf? Buckle up, because Annabell Fuller is revealing the truth, and it's eye-opening. Annabell Fuller's professional career began with a decision she never planned to make. She was still a student at the University of Florida when she entered Ladies European Tour qualifying school. The plan was simple: gain experience, see what the pros were like, and then return to university. The plan for entering Q school was purely just for experience, Fuller explained. "I was still an amateur at university, and my coach was like, 'Yeah, I think it'd be great if you play with the pros, get a rough idea of what level you need to get to, and then you can go back to university and play again this semester.'" But something unexpected happened. She played well in the pre-qualifiers. Then she made it to the final stage. And then, suddenly, she had a tour card. "I was like, oh okay, this is a bit different than what I was expecting," she admitted. Her coach's question was simple but life-changing. "It's your opportunity now. Why are you waiting 6 months?" Fuller turned professional in January 2024, just one class short of graduating. She finished her degree online while beginning her pro career. It was a leap of faith, and it paid off. Here's the part of tour life that nobody talks about: the money. Or rather, the lack of it. Fuller had given herself 3 years to make it as a pro, funded by her father. But one career-changing week changed everything. At the 2025 PIF Saudi Ladies International, a tournament worth £3.9 million, Fuller finished in 3rd place. She collected more than £205,000, a life-changing sum for a player on the Ladies European Tour, where making ends meet is the main priority. "I still haven't comprehended what happened, but I changed a couple of my flights to upgrade a little bit," she told BBC Sport. "The whole outlook of this year has changed now. I've got different goals in mind than I had a week ago." The reality of tour costs. Surviving on the lead is far from easy. Fellow pro Megan McLaren detailed her January outgoings on social media. Expense cost: tour membership fees £700, flights £2,000, management fees £2,688, indoor practice fees included in total, Australian visa £214, gym and physio costs included in total. Total monthly costs £6,551.85. Another English pro, Eddie Pepperell, estimates he pays £5,000 per tournament in costs. Unless a player has generous sponsors, the only way to recoup those costs is by performing on the course. Only those at the very top of the leading tours are spared what can be a hard, uncertain life. Fuller's Saudi finish changed her trajectory entirely. But the pressure to perform, to make cuts, to earn money, to keep the dream alive, never goes away. Fuller arrived at the 2026 AIG Women's Open as a Monday qualifier. By the end of the week, she'd made the cut and climbed the leaderboard. She described the experience as a little bit of a dreamy situation. But the pressure of those final holes, that was real. Fuller opened up about what goes through her mind when the bad shots arrive, how she handles pressure on the biggest stage, and what it felt like to see her name towards the top of a major championship leaderboard. She also talked about the work that goes into becoming a better athlete, CrossFit, running, and gaining 6 miles per hour of club speed. Her fitness routine while on the road has become a key part of her success. But she's also learned the importance of having interests away from golf. That balance is crucial to surviving the grind of tour life. At the Australian WPGA Championship, Fuller wore a crop top on the course. The outfit sparked immediate debate. Some called it tacky and classless. Others praised her for challenging outdated dress codes. Paige Spiranak, the golf influencer, defended Fuller, writing, "She looks great, put together, and athletic." But Fuller wasn't just making a fashion statement. She was making a point. She explained why what she wears can have a genuine impact on her confidence, and why she wants to feel like an athlete every time she tees it up. The crop top debate forced fans, players, and officials to confront a question. Is golf's sartorial rulebook due for a rewrite? As the sport seeks to attract a younger, more diverse audience, clashes between tradition and modernity are inevitable. Fuller's outfit became a symbol of that clash. And she wasn't just dressed for the cameras. She delivered a top 10 finish at the tournament, including a career-best 64-7 in the third round. Her caption on Instagram said it all. "Felt like things really clicked this week, especially proud of moving day. Usually a grind for me, but a 64-7, my lowest round ever. Really felt like my game was finally back with me, and it's the first time I've been proud of myself in a while." Fuller is entering the second half of the 2026 season with renewed confidence. After the Jabra Ladies Open to France, she took 2 weeks off to recover and analyze her game. She posted an honest assessment after the tournament, good things and bad things mixed together. Her plan is clear: rest, work on her game, and prepare for the next challenges. Those conscious breaks, she's learned, are just as important as playing itself. She's also spoken about the importance of her support system, her family, her caddy, and her team. Her caddy, Neil Herman, has been with her through the ups and downs. And her family, including her sister Samantha, who first introduced her to golf, remains a constant source of encouragement. Fuller's ambitions are clear. Keep making cuts. Challenge for more top 10 finishes. Continue progressing and learning. Enjoy the journey. And maybe, just maybe, silence the doubters who said a crop top was a step too far.